Alright, today we're going to review the HP Z1 Generation 1 workstation. This is an all-in-one form factor workstation. This is used. I got it off of eBay. It had a chip on the lower left screen and a little scratch at the top of the screen, which wasn't mentioned in the eBay ad, but that's alright. Once the screen's on, you can't see either of these. That's what counts. Um, this thing has a brilliant, huge screen. Um, it also has 802.11 ABGN, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Has DisplayPort in and out. It's expandable, all-in-one chassis. Has solid-state drive, SSD. Has an articulated hinge. It's got the camera at the top there, which you can adjust the angle of it. You can even turn it to the point where it hides the camera so nobody can see you. On the left there, it has the serial number and the key for Windows 7 on a nice little slide out that you can get to. So that's common on Hewlett-Packard products, monitors included. So it has the speakers down there at the bottom. It's very, very nice. I'm going to turn it here. Get a look at the back. There's the hinge for the all-in-one. There's the stickers that the people from eBay shipped. Get an idea of the CPU on it. It's a Xeon. And I loaded this thing up with Windows 7, then upgraded it to Windows 10 Pro. This thing is smoking fast. So really, really nice workstation. So here we go as we lay it down. This is really, really cool about this particular workstation. It has a articulating hinge which allows the lid to open up into the service mode, and it's quite easy to open up. It's quite remarkable the work they did on this. This was, I believe, designed by BMW Design Works for Hewlett-Packard. There's the button you have to push to get that lower hinge to rise up before you pull the monitor forward. Well, you could pull the monitor forward, but you want to lift that up first, so you have to push that button in. There's a side shot. You get a good view. There's the two buttons you pull up. Then the monitor rises up on the articulated hinge. And that pretty much rises on that gas hinge, which is really strong. So it does a nice job. So I'm taking my camera off the desk there so we can get a closer view. So you could even open this thing up while it's running if you wanted to figure out some noise or something like that. So just a really, really nice design. Something we noticed was the antennas ran up really, really high around this monitor frame, and I noticed before I even noticed the antennas that the Wi-Fi signal on this thing was ridiculously strong compared to some of my other devices. So in my office, I'm over in a corner, kind of far away from my Wi-Fi signal, and I usually get a low signal. And this thing had like 3 bars, whereas everything else gets 1 or 2 bars. So I believe that the antennas on this thing make a big, big difference. So, and all those little green labels there mean that it's user serviceable parts. You can put a internal USB device there, and it's hidden. So it's got 4 speakers. There's a good shot of the card reader and the USB. And it has the high-speed USB as well as the regular. It's got the, I believe that's Kingston RAM in there. So now the CPU fan you got to take off with a screwdriver. It's not user serviceable that way. I'm going to give you an example here of how easy it is to pop this fan off, for example. It's just really, really simple. Just pops up, comes right off. There's the SATA cables, which you really don't have to mess with because the hard drive plugs into like an internal chassis, so you don't have to mess with the SATA cables. There's the little hinges, and they go into the little holes on the metal frame there, and then it just snaps back into place. Now I'm holding the camera while I'm doing this, so I'm kind of one-handed. You'll notice that about a lot of my videos because I shoot them myself. I don't have a camera person. Just like that. So you can take that out and clean that fan off. So, and I don't want to take the video card off because then I gotta one hand stick it back into the slot there, and it's a little more risky. I don't want to. I need two hands to do that, so I don't mess the card up. Power supply comes out that way, user serviceable, same thing. They've got the little label in there that labels all the parts inside. There's a shot of the strength of that frame and that hinge. It's just remarkable. So, and then that goes down, and then right there it catches, and it really kind of goes down slow, and then it just drops at the last second. Not too much to cause damage, and then it pops back into place. Those locks for the screen. Just absolutely remarkable. So now I'll pull this back up, push the button. That lifts up the bottom part of the hinge. Then you place your hand there, and then you pull forward. Just like that. Power buttons on the upper right. Now it was in sleep mode, so it booted right up that way, but I'm going to shut it off and give you an idea how quickly it boots without the sleep mode interfering there. So now once that light goes off, I'll push that power button. And I'd say this boots pretty quickly. Mainly the slowest part is the BIOS boot up. Takes it a second for the BIOS to tune up. Flashes a couple times, and then it's off to the races. It's really right at the desktop really quick. I mean, this is the stock solid state drive. This isn't even a modern solid state drive. This is a 3 or 4 year old solid state drive. So there it goes, and it's ready to go, just like that. Really, really, really fast workstation. Just a beautiful machine, just a work of art. And then to boot down, and a little blue light in the upper right, and it's off. Just a few seconds there, boom. Just like that. Just everything functions really, really flawlessly. Really nice on a used machine like this that's such high quality, and it's such a beautiful screen. So, you know, the HP Z1 Workstation desktop, it's, you know, it was a new category when it was released. It's an all-in-one professional workstation. It's powerful. It's easy to service. The screen speaks for itself, a 27-inch beautiful screen. If you're constrained on your workspace and you know you need a workstation, this machine should be right there at the top of your shopping list. It's just a beautiful all-in-one professional workstation. So, it even has ISV certifications for your workstation projects. It's just amazing. The speed, the accuracy of the screen, the professional grade components, it's just all amazing, and will really get the engineer in you going. So this should be on your short list, definitely. Just a beautiful, beautiful computer. And if you don't mind buying used equipment, you can get one of these for about $700 on eBay right now.